All right, guys, our next guest is the father of one of the most talked about women in Hollywood. We've watched both father and daughter go through their ups and downs in their battle with addiction. Well, now he is on the road to recovery and here to talk about it. Please help us welcome Michael Lohan to the show.
Yeah.
Welcome, Michael.
Thank you so much for being here, Mike.
Yes, you've been such a good sport already, being here so bright and early. We appreciate
I'm used to
that.
it. With a little one like I have, you know, you're up early.
Right.
Yeah, 4:30 every morning.
Wow,
So
perfect.
you're used to it, absolutely. So let's start with talking about your daughter, of course, actress Lindsay Lohan. You know, such a bright, talented girl. We've kind of watched her grow up in Hollywood before our eyes. We've also watched a little bit of her downfall. What do you think happened? Do you think it was because she grew up in Hollywood so young? What do you think as a parent's point of view?
Well, you know, it's a little here and a little there. I mean, it depends upon, for her, it was the people she was around. It's, you know, being caught up in that environment where people go out all the time and they socialize and party and they have all the events to go to. You get involved with the wrong crowd and before you know it, you know, unless you're, Lindsay moved out to LA at such an early age.
Sure.
She was really unsupervised, so she didn't have her family there to really watch over things.
Right. How old was she when she moved out to Hollywood?
18.
Wow.
She was 18, yeah. That's...
Against my better judgment and what I really wanted, but it's what happened.
But she seems to be doing much better now. How is she doing?
She's sober for 19 months. She's doing fantastic.
Right.
Yes.
She's actually working on another movie now, and then she goes back to New York to do a movie in June. So her play was a success. It's really, really well. I'm really proud of her.
Yeah, we're definitely all rooting for her. What do you think? You know, one thing I hate about Hollywood is how we seem to build people up to tear them down. I hate it when people do that. The tabloids get after you. What do you think it is about the tabloids that made them go after Lindsay so much and all the terrible things that they did to her during her recovery?
They need a story. They love, like you said, they love to build you up and tear you down. But then again, once you're down, they want to build you up again. They love to see an underdog.
That roller coaster, yep.
Yeah, but it's all about headlines, and it's all about, I mean, look at the movie by Don Henley, Dirty Laundry.
Yeah.
When they talk about all they want to do is find out the dirt, and they want to, you know, pull out the worst in people rather than the best, and it's a shame.
Very true.
Yeah, especially with a talent like Lindsay. I mean, she was so amazing. But let's talk about you. You've talked about being addicted and relapsing several times. How do you think you fall into that cycle?
Well, I relapsed twice. I relapsed in 1998, 2005, and it was kind of dramatic both times. In '98, I wound up going to federal prison because I had a contempt charge stemming from Wall Street. And in 2005, I actually died in a car accident, and they had to resuscitate me.
Wow.
I was clean for 7.5 years. I found out something horrible happened. Actually, Lindsay was on a movie set, and something horrible happened. And I had 3 Irish coffees, got my car, and I was on a mission to get down there. And I hit a telephone pole doing 80 miles an hour.
Wow. Well,
Changed my life.
I mean, it's changed our lives to hear your story, and thank you for being willing to talk about that with us.
Sure.
Now, what do you think, as someone going through addiction, so many of us know someone or have been there ourselves with addiction, what do you think it takes to really know that you're going to recover? Because you said it's all up to the person. No matter how many people try to help you, it's up to you at the end of the day to make that decision. So what was that decision for you?
Well, it's a really good question because only you know if you're going to recover. Only you know if you want it enough. You can put on this facade and tell people, you know, I want it this time and this and that.
Sure.
Most of the time, addicts and alcoholics manipulate. Everyone does. We all do. We're all liars when we're in our addiction. I mean, you don't know what to believe, not what to believe. The truth isn't here, and you know if you want it or not.
Right. Right, but now you're sober now. Talk about your work in helping others now to
I'm a coffee
overcome
addict,
this.
as you said.
We're all addicted
Thanks
to
to you
something,
guys,
right?
because I don't drink that much coffee in the morning. I'm sorry.
So tell us what you're doing now to help others. I know you're giving back in such a big way.
You're very passionate about this.
Yeah, I've been working in the field for about 9.5 years now. I started doing interventions, but I'm a partner in Insight to Recovery with a gentleman named Harvey Brown, who is, it's in Boynton Beach, Florida. They have a great program. He's, Harvey's 33 years sober.
Fantastic.
It's just a really exemplary program that really gives people the treatment they need, one-on-one therapy, EMDR, really great holistic program. It's about the mind, the body, and the spirit, but not in a very, you know, cliche way. It's really about the mind, the body, and the spirit. There's so much damage done to you when you're using. You really have to heal yourself in a lot of ways.
Because you've been on really both sides of the spectrum as a parent of someone addicted and being addicted yourself, what is the biggest advice you have for parents dealing with a loved one or their own child who's going through this terrible journey?
I guess I didn't give the best advice at times, did I? I guess the best advice is really don't tell your kids what you can't tell your kids what to do because they'll do the opposite. You have to try to advise them, but the best thing to do is really seek the help of a professional. Go to an interventionist. Get people around them, a loving third party that's supportive, that is sober. I mean, call us at Insight to Recovery. We help. And if we're not the right place for you, we'll find a place for you. But they can call us, call me. I pick up the phones, and we'll do the right thing by you.
And where can people who are addicted, find out more information about recovering?
Oh, God, I mean, all over the internet.
Of course.
They can look on our website. It's insighttorecovery.com or call us. Can I give the number out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
please do.
absolutely. Please do.
561-894-8693. But, I mean, get involved. There's a lot of seminars around. I mean, all the colleges in the country have different speaking engagements and seminars. There's such an addiction problem in college.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
7 out of 10
huge.
kids are on Adderall.
Wow.
Focus medication.
Yeah. You have to want to recover, though, right?
Agreed.
You really, really have to want
Yeah.
to, unless you want to. I mean, that's between you and God. Unless you have God in this whole equation, it's not going to work.
Wow. Well, thank you for all of your insight,
Thank
for
you.
being with us this morning
Insight,
and sharing
I like
your story.
that.
You got a lot of insight. Thank you. We'll be right back
Like it.
at the Daily
Thank you.
Buzz.